What is up, YouTube? It's your girl Rochelle and I'm back with another video. Thank you guys for tuning in, liking, sharing, and subscribing. You guys are the bomb.com. Now in today's video, I am coming in hot with our biggest mortgage payoff update video ever. It is the biggest not because it means that we have contributed the most money, but it means that we finally reached one of our big mortgage goals, that being to remove our escrow account from our mortgage loan. And we were successfully able to do that, y'all. If you want to know more about the details and the backstory and what happened, then definitely check out my mortgage payoff update video for October 2021, where I went into great detail and shared tips and tricks that you might find helpful. Now, disclaimer, if you choose to do any of the tips or strategies that I and my family have implemented, please know that this is just a personal journey, a personal choice. Budgeting is personal. So if you disagree, let's agree to disagree respectfully. But for us, it made sense in our current journey and scenario to work with our credit union to have our escrow removed, because y'all know, you've been here, you know that we are down to the wire. We are down to just a few $1,000s more on our mortgage, and then y'all, we're gonna be mortgage free, living our best life. But I want to share with you what things we have set up to make sure that we still cover our bills, so that nothing gets lost in the mix and that we still are able to pay off our mortgage without having any issues. So if that's something you want to see, then stick around. Okay, so I am inside of my home buying and mortgage payoff guide, where I track all of our mortgage payoff journey, and I also have my mortgage home, and we will be shading in another line today, y'all. I think it's just one line today, not two. But I am always excited to do this because it's so hard to color a line, and you can see down the bottom, I only get to shade in a line if I pay at least $980.39 off of the mortgage. Like, that's like actual money, not money sent, but money that actually lowered the mortgage. So it's always exciting when I'm able to do that. Okay, so our mortgage payment looks a little bit different now that we have gotten our escrow removed. So our new mortgage payment now is $322.67. Y'all, that feels crazy to even say. So how our payment was broken down this time, now that we have the escrow removed, is $247.56 went straight to the principal from out of that $322, and then that left us with $75.11 toward interest and escrow $0. So that feels really good to not have to worry about $273.97 going toward our escrow. And what that means is, since we don't have to have an escrow account active for our mortgage loan, it means that it's time for us to really be responsible, as we already are. We're responsible about making our mortgage payment and paying our utilities and all the other things that come along in life, like car payment, car insurance. So this is just adding one more piece to the puzzle, one more way to show that we are responsible with our money. Okay, so if you remember, we left off in the month of October with a mortgage balance of $12,876.27. We are now going to start the month of November with that same balance, $12,876.27. We're going to include the amount paid for our regular mortgage payment, which was $322.67. And that left us with a new total of $12,628.71. Now that left us with a difference of $247.56 that we were able to shave off of our mortgage with our regular mortgage payment. So this is paycheck. I like to put a little note here. Paycheck 1, regular payment. just so I kind of know where we are in the scheme of things. So this is, I do a lot of savings challenges on my regular channel, but this is a mortgage payoff challenge where I am challenging myself to throw as much money as I can to the mortgage so that we can reach our goal of $9,999 by the end of December, and hopefully start the year 2022 with a very low mortgage or mortgage free. So that is our update. Now, of course, I usually make an extra payment. Like here, this was our old mortgage payment of $596.64, and then I made an extra payment of $43.36. I pretty much do that once a month with each regular payment. But for now, since we have a lot of pending things happening, I'm going to hold off and just let that money sit in the account until all of our transactions have settled and we know what money we're working with exactly. So I'm pretty sure I'll have an exciting mortgage payoff update for next week to share with you. Okay, so now it's time to budget the money that we have to work with for our rental property and our mortgage and our escrow. So basically what we're going to do is we set up camp. We delegated one savings account that we have that's attached to our mortgage to hold our escrow money. So we're going to call this the rental property escrow. And so, of course, we are going to, we had a balance that was left over in our escrow account, and they put that money in this savings account for us. And so we're just going to leave that there, and it totals $1,807.84. And so at the end of the month, we'll track it because we do have to pay one more bill for the year to have us set for the next 6 months or so. And so I want to make sure that that clears before we update the balance. But this will be going forward be our separate account just for escrow. And so, I'm setting it up the same way the bank would. They had an escrow account for us to pay for our escrow bills, and we're going to do the same thing. And I already have it listed here what we can expect to pay. And so already our landlord insurance has already been paid for the year all the way up until September of next year. Then I can expect to have to pay ground rent and property taxes twice a year. So not very much total. I mean, we're looking at about maybe $3,000 total every year that we will have to spend on our home just to make sure that everything is covered. So that's going to be my goal, is just to grow this escrow to at least $3,000. And I'm sure that'll take time because, we'll be paying from this account. That's why I'm putting it over here under the sinking funds tracking. Okay, next up is there's going to be 3 accounts that we start to track. Then we're going to track our rental property emergency fund. So you can see up here, we didn't even have any dedicated money set aside. We just had a main emergency fund for any emergency that could happen. Now that we have income and we have a property manager and we're paying down the mortgage, we really want to make sure that we have a dedicated system just for that property. So our starting balance was $516.86, but it did go down some. We did pull from it, and it now has $472.45. So we'll check it at the end of the month and see how we're looking. Then the third account and final account that we're going to track for this rental property is our spend account. So this is where we would pay for any bills related to the property, whether it's pest control, property management, anything like that. Any renovations or repairs would come from out of this account. So right now that balance totals $1,167.35. Now, some of that is money that we normally would throw at our mortgage, but like I said, we have a lot of moving parts, and once the dust settles, literally, then we will see how much extra we will throw toward the mortgage next week. So here's our mortgage payoff tracker. I try to use this just monthly to see our progress over time. So you can see these were the payments that we had made in the months of September and October. And so we finished the month with a balance of $12,628.71. That's how we did in the month of October. And so we are going to put November mortgage. That way we know this is where we stand. So we're going to start the balance at $12,628.71. We're going to record the minimum payment of $322.67. And we're just going to leave the rest of this blank so that we can see how much extra we're able to put toward the mortgage in addition to our regular mortgage payment, and see what our new balance will be by the end of this month. Okay, so here we are. This is our amortization schedule for our specific account. It was made by our credit union. It was updated and given to us right in the month of October. So we are super excited to see our progress. And you can see it's just one page left. Like, that's the crazy part. We only have one sheet left and between us and Mortgage Freedom, and so we are going to track this thing closely, and this will help you stay motivated. Highly recommend. So since we got our balance down to $12,628.71, we get to shade a line in. So I'm already loving this amortization schedule because it seems like it's more accurate. So this is progress made just with the monthly mortgage payment. And now that it doesn't include escrows, which is an added bonus, so it's actually super accurate. So you can see it has our payment number, date, beginning balance, payment amount, interest paid, principal paid, and our end balance. And we have a total of 47 payments that need to be made between now and our mortgage being paid completely off. So we just knocked out 2. We ended the month of October with 1 line shaded in, and we starting off November with 1 line shaded in. So we have 45 lines left to go. I'm so excited. This is already so much better than the free one that I printed offline, which it has held me down. I'm not going to be ungrateful, but like, if we were using this amortization schedule, we would not have been able to shade off a line yet, because our balance is $12,628 and this one is $12,618. So I'm loving this amortization even more. Now, the last shading that we'll get to do is our mortgage home. I love this thing. So remember, our goal for this month is to find a way to shade in these 3 lines. Okay, if we shade in these 3 lines, it will mean that we have gotten our mortgage down to at least $10,000. So we're just gonna go with it. We don't know if it'll happen. We've got our budget, we have our plan. It's nothing to it but to do it. But for today, we already get to shade in one of those lines. So since we just use red, gray, it's already time for me to use purple. So purple will be our color for the month of November. And this is just so exciting, you guys. You have no idea. I've been holding on to this sheet of paper for so long because I started out with the debt-free home tracker, and man, I started that thing maybe 10 years ago. And then I saw this one that she had for sale on debtfreecharts.com, and I grabbed it right away, because it's going to help me stay motivated to knock this thing out. Can you imagine just filling in this word mortgage? That's all that stands between me and $0.00 being owed to this mortgage. Well, that's it for today's video. I will see you guys in the next one. Until then, peace, love, and budgets.